Hey, what's up everybody? Nexel here. Today we are playing nothing, really. What we're doing is we're talking about the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross Player Survey. So I'm going to go over the answers that I put in mine, and then you could let me know if you think that I should have added more things, or you can let me know if I had something in here that you think you should add. So we're going to talk about the player survey, what my answers are. So first of all, you're able to access the survey through your computer. The link I'll put in the description below of what it should be, but you could just put that link into like your Chrome browser, your Internet Explorer, Firefox, whatever, and be able to type it out, which is a lot better than using like a phone screen in order to type everything out. So I'll put that link in the description below. All right, let's go ahead and just scan through this player survey. So there's the ID, gender, occupation. I don't know why they ask that stuff. Maybe it's just for demographic reasons to figure out where people are coming from. So which Kingdom Hearts 3 titles have you played? So I've played almost everything. The ones that I haven't played are Kingdom Hearts Kai, which was only available as a computer game in Japan. So you had to get like some sort of port in order to play it over in any other country, really. And then I didn't play the original Coded, but I think that's it. I should have played every other game on top of the collectible card game, which I don't know if they were asking, so I didn't put the card game here. Anyways, current Lux level is 504. I play every day. Yes, I have purchased jewels before. Been playing since the beginning, so this is the content I enjoy playing. The only one I didn't put was time trial events, because the problem with time trial events is that they are strictly based on how well your device operates. So if you have like an older phone that doesn't have as great connectivity, or the graphics card isn't as good, or something like that, you can get screwed over in a time trial event. Whereas someone who just bought the most recent phone, who bought something that's running super fast, has AC type Wi-Fi, like they're passing the event super well, super easily. So I don't think that the device should be a problem. I think that it should always be in-game mechanics that affect players getting stuff, but I don't think it should be real-world things like making sure you have like a Galaxy 10 or making sure you have like an iPhone 10. I think you should just be able to enjoy the game within the content of the game, so I don't really like time trial events personally. My 5 favorite Kingdom Hearts characters: Sora, Roxas, Kairi, Aqua, Riku. Now that we got that out of the way. I enjoy the main story the most. Most of my experience, I want to be with the main story. That's why people are playing this game. Like, literally after Kingdom Hearts 3, you forced them to play Kingdom Hearts Union Cross to know what the heck is going on. Especially with things like the ending. Man, that ending, if you didn't play Union Cross prior hand, like, you were probably a little bit lost. I can't even blame you for being lost. A lot of my friends were just like, hey, can I just watch back cover and is that enough? And I always say, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. So it's very strange that it's like, of course, people should be here for the main story, especially if they're involved in the Kingdom Hearts universe. I guess some people are here just to play the game, have fun, but really, the bulk of people, in my opinion at least, are here for the story because they have to be. So, personal opinion there. What type of characters would I like to see added in the future? Name in game. I just feel very strongly about this because back in the day when I learned that Kurt Zisa, which is the secret boss from Kingdom Hearts 1, was named after a dude that lived in New York, I was super jealous. I was really, really jealous. And then again, when they released the name in game for Kingdom Hearts 3 with that event in Union Cross, like about a year and a half ago, or whenever they released it, 2 years ago maybe, when they released that, I was like, please, please, let me win. Please, 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 please. And then I didn't get it, unfortunately. I scanned that list in Kingdom Hearts 3 like a bajillion times, and I wasn't on there. So name in-game characters, I feel like would be super cool. Which titles would I like to see collaborations with? Star Ocean, because they recently closed down Star Ocean and Amnesis, or they're closing it in November, and I'm super sad, so I want a Star Ocean collab. Persona, just such a good series to have collabs with. They have collabs with Weiss Schwartz, the card game I play. They have collabs with Super Smash Bros., having Joker as an available character. So I think Persona would be a pretty sweet thing to see in Kingdom Hearts. More Final Fantasy, of course. We still haven't encountered Bahamut yet, which is shocking. Bahamut's like the staple summon of Final Fantasy, and I'm surprised we haven't seen anything regarding that. We've gotten Ifrit, Rama, Shiva. Yeah, I'd like to see more Final Fantasy. More Final Fantasy would be cool. More Final Fantasy medals outside of Final Fantasy 7 would be awesome. Like, Personal opinion. Tales of series, always kind of an interesting series to collab with. I always feel like it's a pretty decent collaboration to have. And Fire Emblem wrapping up my list. If I missed anything, feel free to leave it in the comments below. What type of event would I look forward to the most? So high score challenges where medals are ranking rewards. They stopped doing this like a year ago for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because too many people weren't able to get them because it only went to the top 5,000 players. But I thought that was such a good incentive to try really hard, to think of like different setups. And maybe it's because the format of high score challenges changed, because now there are missions where you can run around literally with all 21% medals, whereas back in the day it's like buffers had to work out, things like that. So you weren't running around with all these high percentage medals. You had like maybe one high percentage medal, maybe a few mid-tier percentage medals, and then the rest were like buffers to make sure your setup worked well. So maybe it's because high score challenges have changed that they haven't done that, but I really miss that system. Events that give free farmable medals. I feel like I haven't had a free farmable medal mission in forever. And I'm trying to think back on which ones like they were. Like we had Maleficent B, we had like Classic Donald, we had even ones that like weren't farmable, like the Moana medals. Those weren't farmable. You only got like a certain number of copies. But events that give free medals, because I just think it's a good idea. You know what I mean? Like, for people that don't have a lot of money or they don't save a lot of jewels, like, give them something. Give them something to be able to play off of. I just like the medals idea. Quiz events. Quiz events are great because they challenge your knowledge of Kingdom Hearts. They challenge your ability to think your way through things, which, again, like I said in my live stream, puzzles, video games, they kind of go hand in hand. So I like quiz events. I really think that they're nifty, and they usually give us jewels, so that's also a plus. You don't have to do much. I like quiz events. I really like quiz events because they don't require you to have super broken medals to pass, and if you're knowledgeable about Kingdom Hearts, you're rewarded. I just think it's so good. Story events like the Keyblade Wielder Summer Adventure. I always thought it was cool that they had like these missions where you go on quests with your fellow Keyblade wielders, doing things like haunted mansions, summer events. I just think that they should have more of that. I thought that was like really cool. Collab events. Those are always so good, with the Final Fantasy Record Keeper one being the prominent one, where we had to fight Kefka, we had to fight Gilgamesh. We got some awesome Final Fantasy Record Keeper medals. I'd love to see more of it. Events that celebrate monumental occasions, i.e. Pixar Park events. So things that are happening in the real world of Disney and Square Enix. I feel like having events that celebrate those are super cool. Because one, they're super limited, meaning that they give people incentives to hop back into the game and play it a little bit more. Two, they usually come with like a banner that's super cool. Like when we got the Pixar Park stuff, we got the Prime Woody and the Prime Buzz banners, which were both very nice. I mean, they weren't like super game breaking, but they were very nice for the time. So I just think that would be good, because then it's just like, oh, the longer you stick with us, the more events you'll come across and the more stuff you'll have that was limited to you because you believed in us and played our game at this particular point in time. So I think that that would be super cool. And then lastly, real life events. We've had one real life event for Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and that was the Dandelions Gathering that happened, I believe, in April of 2018. I would like to see that more. I would like to see that at least once a year. Once a year would be good. It's like meet up in California, let's all talk, let's take pictures with Keyblades, let's just get a title, get some free stuff. I think one real life event a year, or every 6 months. Every 6 months sounds like a good amount. Maybe not every month, that seems like a stretch, and then it's like I couldn't pay for those plane tickets. But real life events I think would be super nice. It gives you a chance to like interview other people. It gives you a chance to just celebrate the game, you know. I think it would be really cool. And yeah, it might be costly in terms of money, but think about how much money is just filtering into this game. So I think it's doable. I think it'd be really sweet. What is one improvement I'd like to make to Kingdom Hearts Union Cross? Change Union Cross. Like, I think the format for right now is just super easy. You just hop in during one of the bonus times, you just tap away and then just move over to the boss and then just let it all play out. there's no incentive to try hard in Union Cross. And then you get like a few avatar parts, you get like a phrase and then some jewels. But I think they should change it where it's like a dungeon event. And I talked about this, or I mentioned it in like a previous video. I think they should change Union Cross so that it's a dungeon event where you work with your party, work your way through like multiple bosses, work your way through certain party-based puzzles so that you can just have like a better event. I feel like if you make Union Cross a once a month event where you have to do like a 10 boss gauntlet with your party, where you have to do like certain puzzles, like you have to have one person standing in each corner, or you have to like split up and go into different teams and stuff like that. I think that'd be really cool. I think it would play more like an MMORPG, which is, I feel like, what this game was intending to be when they invited Union Cross into the mix, because that was the first time it was like really listed as Kingdom Hearts Union Cross multiplayer. So I feel like it'd be better as a multiplayer if it was more like a dungeon, and that would go more along the lines of like Square Enix games. So lots of JRPGs are dungeon based, and I feel like Union Cross could make use of a dungeon-based system. So I think that they should change Union Cross so that it's a dungeon event and not just, just hop in for 30 minutes, get all the coins for the week, and then stop playing for the rest of the week. When new content is implemented, do I prefer content that is intended for parties or solo play? And then the following question, please tell us why you chose the above answer. So I chose solo play because forcing people to join parties, I feel like, is just not good, because your party members can be very, very different. So for example, the higher tier parties are all sharing like super broken medals, Kyrie B, Ultimate Form Sora, the Foreteller medals with like perfect traits and stuff like that. Meanwhile, you have some people that are trying to form new parties that are sort of a little bit like not ready quite yet. Like they're sharing maybe like one good medal. Someone still doesn't know how to switch out of having Donald A as their shared medal. Sometimes they just don't have powerful setups to, if like they did a party Union Cross and then it's like, well, we need someone who's really strong, we need a tank, we need like a healer, stuff like that. So I feel like having it be party oriented is gonna make it hard, and it's gonna create just difficulty tier levels, which I feel like just wouldn't be fun. Like let's just say if you had to have a good party in order to get jewels as a reward, like what the current raid missions are like right now for the ranking weeks. So I think it should be more solo play. I think events at least should be more solo play, where the more high tier events are, I could understand being more multiplayer or party based. Lastly, feel free to add any additional feedback here. So what I wrote was, you've been doing a great job recently of being responsive to player feedback and making decisions that have been great for the player. Continue to do this. Do not revert back to the money-hungry days of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, where there were no events, the only update for the week involved those who purchased VIP, and there were no mercy pulls. Stay player-focused instead of financial gain-focused. So that is what I put for my additional feedback. Those were all my answers to the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross survey. I hope that this was good. I hope that this was helpful. And as always, if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. But as always, everyone, until next time, take it easy.